Hi and welcome back to this tutorial. In this video we are going to be looking at how to configure Sims to work for you. We are going to be looking at settings and the different configurations found there. So let's start with school profile. Here the name of your school, this way you adjust it, but then I don't think you want to touch this because this name is tied to your license. If you tamper with this by clicking here, they'll warn you. So if you change this, it will affect the license. The license may no longer be valid, so you don't want to touch that. You can change the name of the principal. Okay, so Johnson. You can remove the signature and add what you want to add. So maybe you have the principal sign on a white sheet of paper. You snap it or scan it as its picture and put it in the computer, and then you can browse and put it there. You can come here and remove the logo. Okay, and you browse for a new logo. Alright, so you can do that. You can look at the brightness. You can change it here. You can change the town to say where. You can put post office box address. You can put the telephone number. You can put the email. And here you can do things like transcript settings, reference, put all of that there. For example, you can, and of course you can look at that. So you can set all of this here, save. You can add other details here. For example, this the French version is supposed to be okay. So for example, and all of that. You can put this in French, you save. Okay, so you can hear the student number format. How do you want it to be? Okay, in most cases the initials of the name of the school. For example, Ellens of Baliba High School, that's why I have LBHS. So the format works like this. The current year is not the academic year. This is just the current year, calendar year. This format, this strings here, they'll come here. Then numbering will start from 0001. The next will be 0002. All of that. So when you do all of that, you can take save. Do save. That's where you put in your logo. All of that. If you want to set classes, here you have sections, classes. The first one is sections, classes, like Form 1. Most of the settings have been configured by default. It seems streams, A, B, C, and all of that. But you can add another one though. Okay, so you can add a series. Most of these are shipped with Sims by default. So you can edit the section name. If it is technical, industrial, you click there. Okay. If not that, subjects, we already have Sims shipped with we think is sufficient quantity of subjects that are offered by most, if not all, the schools. But then if you think you need to add another subject, come here, add the name of the subject. For example, I don't know, if it is shared means it has to be made available to the other sections other than this grammar that you're logged into. So you share it. So departments, simply the departments that we know, these departments. the head of department will go to the teachers there in the school. So start. So subject types, so simply the different subject types under which you want to group different subjects. For example, science subjects, art subjects, professional subjects. So on your report cards sheets, subjects can be grouped according to these categories, according to their types. That's this way you do that magic. And if you want science subjects to be found on the top of the report cards, you do this. So on your report card you have science subjects first, maybe art subjects second, the second group, maybe professional subjects the third group, maybe other subjects the last group or so. That's what happens here. If you want to add another subject type, for example, compulsory subjects, you add it. Okay, so that's how you do that here. Academic year, you want to change the academic year, will ask you for passwords. That is when you want to change the term or the sequence. Okay, so don't forget the academic year is okay. The moment you choose say for second term, the sequence starts automatically from the fourth sequence. It cannot start from the third, because third sequence belongs to the first term. So you can only go ahead, not behind. Okay, this is second term, so you can third and fourth. You can't go below or above. But if you change the third term, you can go to fifth sequence and sit, nothing more. So you can add a new academic year here. Okay, so you can add, and then you so that you can select O1 and you set. When you set it, it will log you out and you have to log in back. So examinations or exam settings, this is where you configure. When you open it, let's see what's there, where you configure the percentage of each sequence or each term, either the level of the subject or the level of the sequence. So how do you weight, do a general weighting? Do you say sequence 1 is 50%, sequence 2 is 50%, and there is no exam in the first term? Or do you say the sequence that and there's no that in the third in the second term? Do you say third sequence is 50 and fourth sequence 50 and there's no exam? In some schools they'll say they'll put this as 20%, this one 20, and exam is 20 plus 24, so it's 60%, and it's safe. So you have to save this. If you say you're doing this for the entire school, they will save that. So is it the same for the second term? If you want it same, put 20, 60. Okay. So you can do that. So there's additional setting as well. I advise you leave these defaults because they are following the standards. So don't bother about some of these things. They might just end up confusing you for now. So these settings, you can do them here.